हाँ जी, अपन पढ़ रहे हैं पावर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एंड पावर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में अपन कर रहे हैं चोपर सर्किट्स। पावर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स में अपने लेक्चर हो सके हैं बेसिक स्विचिंग डिवाइसेस। स्विचिंग डिवाइसेस दे आर द SCR and SCR फैमिली मेंबर्स एंड ट्रांजिस्टर्स एंड पावर डायोड्स। ये पहला यूनिट था अपना जो कंप्लीट हो चुका है, बेसिक्स ऑफ द पावर इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स और इंडस्ट्रियल इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स। इट इज नॉन एज switching devices or SCR. Basically it is referred to SCR. Second topics we have covered, that is converters, means that is also known as phase controlled converter or controlled rectifier, or it also known as phase controlled rectifier. So that was the second one that we have covered already. Third one the lecture is the choppers. So the choppers are also known as DC to DC converters. DC to DC converters. As we know, the transformer in the AC, so they takes the AC, they give the AC, and they can step up and step down the AC. Similarly, the chopper will do. So the choppers are also known as DC transformer. So choppers are also known as DC transformer. They are also referred as DC transformer. They can step up the voltage, they can step down the voltage, and they can step down both the things. As per the control cycle, the duty cycle, the frequency control, the ratio control, means the time control, the current limiting control, the different controlling mechanism, as well the different type of the classification of the choppers also. So before going into the classification, you know, in the choppers, it's the DC the input and DC the output. So the DC the input, DC the output. So never the switching device never becomes the reverse bias. Switching device never become the reverse bias. So it is not self commutation. There is no self commutation. It not automatically go into the off. You know. So in a converter circuit there is always self commutation. There is always self commutation. But here in the chopper circuit we require force commutation. Or continuously the device required this kind of the switches. They require continuous impulse, continuously signal, continuously gate, continuously the input for remains in the on condition, and if the signal is gone, the device go into the off condition. So if there is a continuous signal, means they require a transistor type of the devices. So there is a continuous input for maintain then on condition, and when the input is gone, the device is off. Okay, so generally the SCRs, the normal SCR not in use, normal is not used. Otherwise the inverter grade of the thyristors they required are commutation thyristors. The GTO, gate commutated thyristor, they required, or static inverter thyristor they required, or BJT, FET, MOSFET, IGBT, MCT, that kind of the devices are more popular and more useful and more advantageous as compared to simple SCR. But the high power requirement is there. If the high power application is there, these transistors and the devices are not useful. They having the limits. Their rating is not so good. Their rating is not so high as the SCR have. So for the higher power applications in the choppers also, so in the choppers the switching device is BJT, power MOSFET, power BJT, MCT, IGBT, inverter grade thyristor, GTO, SITH. So they are generally used. They are generally used instead of the common SCR, the normal SCR, because the commutation requirement or commutating circuitry requirement is very less. They are commutated with the signals only, the electronics commutation. Otherwise, the conventional thyristor requires a bulky commutating circuit, very bulky commutating circuit. So there is a commutation requirement. So on the basis of the commutation, there will be the voltage commutation, there will be the current commutation, there may be the load commutation, there may be the impulse commutation. All they are known as force commutation. So in these chopper circuits, the force commutation is required. There is no any natural commutation take place. In the converter circuits, there is only the natural commutation. The natural commutation is enough to commutate the device. But here, force commutation. So the choppers can be classified on the basis of the operation, step up, step down, or the up down. Means boost or buck boost. Okay. They can classify it on the basis of their commutation, voltage commutated chopper, current commutated chopper, load commutated chopper, impulse commutated chopper. Okay. They can classify it on the basis of the operation in a particular quadrant or the class. So they are the class A type, class B type, class C type, class D type, class E type. They are classified on the basis of the quadrant, first quadrant, 2 quadrant operation, 4 quadrant operation. So the different type of the classifications also for the choppers. I have 22 years of the experience to teach the electrical engineering student and faculty members for their career upliftment, for the competitive examination, university examination, interviews, and for different industrial problem solving classes. So definitely you will enjoy my lecture and you gain a lot from the base of the subject. So definitely you will go through my lectures and each and everything you will got from the lecture, and you will also go in the previous lectures. So definitely you will learn a lot of things, the base of the power electronics, and go through these. I also teach even the voltage commutation and current commutation basically in the first unit, because there is some topic that first unit what the commutation in SCRs. So I have deal or introduce that what the commutation aspect as such. So now in inverter and choppers also I'll deal the commutation in a very large respect or in the wider sense. So definitely you will enjoy the commutation also here in this chapter or maybe in the inverter chapter. So here in this chapter I am taking later. Firstly, I tell that I will take what the classification of the choppers. The chopper, why we use the chopper? What the application of the chopper? The application of the chopper. Application. They are DC to DC. So mostly they are used in battery drive vehicles. Battery drive vehicles, cars. The traction. There is a DC supply and there is differently series motors for the high starting torque. So the DC traction system is there. So for the traction, for the trolleys, for the cranes, for the hose, for the submarines, for the DC drives, for the speed control, For the number of machines, speed control is required. They are connected in series or parallel. So, for the DC drives, for the different operations of DC drives, the choppers are required. So, here, this is the application of the chopper. And the choppers, the DC to DC converter will take place in the two stages or in one stage. There may be the possible DC to DC conversion in two stages. So one stage is, this is the DC. So firstly convert the DC to AC, and then this is the AC, and then convert AC to further DC. So this is the DC to AC converter. Is the device is known as inverter, and AC to DC then rectifier. So this is the inverter and this is the rectifier. So the inverter to rectifier. So this is also one. This is the not the in one step converter. This is the not one step. It's the two step conversion. So it's not good one way. It's not the good way to convert the DC to DC. Here the DC, here the DC. So this is not the good way. So second is, this is the DC and this is the chopper and this is the DC. Here the constant, here the variable. So this is the one step conversion. So these choppers are very efficient. Efficiency 99% or more. Smaller circuit. Smaller. High efficient. Smaller. Low cost. High dynamic response. High dynamic response. So these are some advantage of the choppers over the DC to AC and AC to DC conversion. So they having the different advantage. Saving of power, fast response, low maintenance, small in size, smooth control, low maintenance. So these are the advantage of the chopper. One step conversion. So these are the advantage of the choppers. So that's why we are using the chopper. Okay, now the classification of the chopper. Choppers are classified first according to their operation. So the choppers are classified according to their operation. First, according to input-output levels. Classification. First, according to input-output level. Means step up, step down, up down. A, step up. B, step down. C, step up, down. So this is the one kind of the classification of the chopper circuit. According to the direction of the output. Second classification is according to direction of out, output means the A is class A, class B, class C, class D, class E. Means how can say class A, class B, class C? If it is operated in the first quadrant, it is a class A. It is operated in the second quadrant, it is class B. It operated in the first and second both, it is class C. And it is in the first and fourth, class D, and it operates in all quadrants at the class B. So according to their operation, they can classify the class A or class A, class B also known as type A. They are also known as type A, type B, type C, type D, type E. Now the classification is based on the control. Classification is based on control. According to control, the volt. According to control. A, PWM, pulse width modulation, PWM, pulse width modulation. B, frequency modulation. C, current control, current limiting control. Okay, so according to that they can classify it. And fourth, they can classify it on the basis of according to commutation. According to commutation. So there will be voltage commutation, current commutation, load commutation, and pulse commutation. So these are a different classification of Chopper circuit. In power electronics, as per the unit study syllabus, as per the AICT, it is divided into the model in the chapters, the chapter 3 and chapter 4. For the choppers, there are chapter 3 and chapter 4. So they, according to step up the boost converter, buck converter, buck boost converter. So according to the conversion, they are classified in the university syllabus in two different chapters. One the step down choppers, others are in the next chapter they step up choppers. So in one boost, another buck boost. Okay, now we are taking according to the buck boost, according to the university syllabus, according to the AICT guidelines, we can classify or categorize. Otherwise, you know, they will study each and everything in detail in the choppers. Definitely, you doesn't have even bother We'll study each and everything in these two chapters. We are taking one by one, each and every phenomena. So here, step down chopper. Step down chopper. Step down chopper. So the step down chopper is how the step down chopper work is. So the chopper is nothing, it is a switch. That is switch in on a chopping switch, and there is a diode. There is a chopping switch. This is the chopping switch and a diode, and always a inductor and a loop. So this is the circuit. It is for a step down. This circuit is here, it is known as chopping circuit CH1. Chopping switch CH1. This is the diode D1. This is the inductor and this is the load. Here the voltage is the input voltage, the Vs or ES. It is Vs, source voltage. And here the voltage output is coming from this chopper circuit. Here the voltage is V0. Here the voltage is V0. So this is the chopper, step down chopper circuit. Now you will see there is no major difference between the step down, step up, down. Only the tricky. The power electronic is nothing. It's the tricky switching. How will switch only? This is only the magic of switch. It can convert the voltage AC to DC. It can convert the DC to AC. It can convert DC to DC. It can convert AC to AC. Only there is trick or magic of switching. So the power electronic devices are nothing. They are the switching devices and switching control devices. It is the power electronics. And SCR is the first control switch. And SCR also the roughed up switching device. So wherever the high power applications are required, then finally SCR is used. Otherwise, for the small power application, power BJT may be used, power MOSFET may be used, power IGBT may be used, MCT may be used, GTO may be used, SITH may be used. So these are different smaller applications, smaller devices, smaller switches. We have developed the small switches, so they are more useful when the computation is required. So you will study each and everything. With me. Definitely you will enjoy a lot. You learn the subject from the base and fundamental. I have a lot of experience to teach the electrical engineers, electronics engineers. You know the subject in both electrical engineering, non power electronics and electronics and non industrial electronics. Okay, how it happens? So there is a two position of the switch, when the on position, when the off position. First the switch is on, CH1 on. When CH1 on, this is the switch which is in the on position. The diode in the reverse bias. When it is on, this is the plus, this is the minus, and due to this plus comes over here. So it is the reverse bias. So this is the this is the inductor, and this is the load. So this is the input voltage will appear across the inductor and the load. So what happens? One, it is in the on condition. The output voltage comes, and output voltage comes. This is the output voltage. It comes to the load. This is the source voltage. And here we are considering an output voltage. The inductor is a part of the load, and otherwise we will connect with the load. So the source voltage is the output voltage. So this is the output voltage, which is source voltage. Source voltage is the output voltage when the switch is on. And second, when switch is off, when the switch is off, not on, it is off. When switch is off, this inductor try to maintain the current. This inductor try to maintain the current. You know, the inductor, it's not possible through the inductive circuit in the inductor in a circuit, current abruptly becomes zero or high. So this inductor try to maintain the current and it flow through the diode. So the diode will on. So there is a flow, but output voltage, you know, diode short circuits, so the output voltage becomes zero. So when it is the switch is off, the output voltage is zero. Output voltage is zero. So during the on time, T on time, the output is Vs, and during the off time of the switch, the output voltage is zero. Then further, when it is on, this diode is off, and current is flow in this way. Current is further flow in this way. Current is flow like this. So the output voltage is like this. For the on time, and for the off time it is zero, then on. So like this. This is the output voltage waveform. What is the current waveform? You know, when the output voltage, the source voltage appears across the output, the current is increasing because the source gives the supply, source gives the power. So the input power is going to increase. Current is going to increase through the inductor. Current is going to increase through the inductor. And in off duration, inductor supply the power to the load, whatever the power inductor absorbed during the on. So this current is going to decrease. In the next on duration, current is going to increase. In the next off duration, current is going to decrease. So this is the way current varies. This is the output current. This is the way current varies. So this is the output current. What is the output voltage? The output voltage, the DC, which is having the value average. So we are taking the average value. So we are integrating this. So 1 upon T, integration 0 to T on, because it remains T on Vs, plus it remains 0 for remaining part, for 0 T on to T off. So it is 0 to dt, and it is dt plus it is T on to T off, and total T on to T, it is 0 dt. So this is output voltage. So the output voltage Vs comes outside, it becomes 0, so dt becomes T, and we put the value, so it becomes T on upon total T. So T on upon total T is also known as the ratio of the time, on time upon total time is here on duty cycle and T. Otherwise it also refer as T, 1 upon T is frequency. So it is T on into F into Vs. So here this dial is refers as duty ratio. This dial is refers as duty cycle, duty ratio. So as per the duty ratio, this is the output. And what is the output current? The output current is output voltage upon resistance. This is very simple. So this is the way we can calculate what the output. And suppose the on time is equal to off time, so the output voltage is half. If the on time is 80%, so the output voltage is 80%. If on time is 40%, then output is 40%. If on time is 20%, output is 20%. So how much percentage time is on of the total time? That is the output voltage. If the on time is less, the output is less. If the on time is high, output is high. So this is the way we can find out the value. If the on time is for the whole duration, the output is equal to the source voltage. So this is the way we can do one thing. So this duty ratio del is vary from 0 to 1. It may be equals to 1, it may be equal to 0. So the output voltage will vary from 0 to Vs. It may be equal to 0, it may be equal to Vs. So the output voltage is never higher than the Vs. It is less than Vs or equal to the Vs. That's why it is known as step down choker. Step down choker. Okay, so this is a step down choker. Now we are taking the step up choker. Next we are taking, and that is known as step up choker. Not step down. We are taking next one, that is step up choker. Step up choker. Step up choker. The step up choker circuit is, there is an inductor, there is a switch, and there is a diode, and there is a load. This is the source voltage Vs. This is the inductor. This is the chopper 2. And this is the diode. And this is the load. And here voltage is, here may be the voltage or here may be the voltage is V0. It may be the voltage that is V0. Okay. How it should work? This is step up choker, means the output voltage is higher than the input voltage. How it possible? In DC, how it possible? You know, not possible with help of the conventional controlling devices. Before the power electronics is not possible. It possible after the power electronics come into the picture. Otherwise, DC voltage cannot be increased. It decrease only. If the voltage drop by the resistance, then the voltage available is less than whatever the voltage initially we are given. So it happens after the power electronic devices come into the market. They can step up the voltage. How they can step up? Okay. So first step. For the first step, when switch is on, CH2 on. When CH on, this is the inductor, this is the switch on, this is the diode off, and this load. Like this. What happens? The source voltage and it flow the current, they give the current. They flow the current and this gives the current. So when it gives the current, this inductor gets short circuited. So it takes very high amount of the current. And that current is controlled by the inductor. So during the current controlling, it absorbs the energy from the source. It absorbs the energy. It not increase the current. You know that it tries to maintain the current a constant. But the current is increasing due to the short circuit. So the current is increasing. The inductor absorbs the energy. So the inductor absorbing the energy. What the energy inductor takes? The V input energy by inductor. Power input, energy input by inductor. So the voltage is Vs, current is Is, and voltage and current, and time is T on. So this is the voltage and current is the power into the time is the energy. It is the energy absorbed by the inductor during the T on cycle. Okay. So during this on condition, the inductor absorbs the energy. Step second. What happens in the step second? The switch is off. When they switch off, inductor induces the voltage, and due to this induced voltage, this diode is get on, and this voltage, the source voltage and the voltage across the inductor, both voltage are higher than the load voltage. So now the load voltage, the output voltage is equal to the source voltage plus voltage produced by the inductor. The voltage across the inductor is load voltage minus source voltage. This is the voltage across the inductor, which is induced. Why? Because when the switch is off, there is a load in a circuit, means load having some resistance, impedance, and due to that resistance in the circuit, current is going to decrease. Otherwise, the circuit was directly connected. It is a short circuit. So the current was high. Now the switch off, the resistance come in a circuit. When the resistance come in a circuit, current is decreased. So when the current is decreased, inductor oppose the against or react the decreasing value of the current. So it will try to maintain the current. So in the trying process, it supply the energy. So what the energy? W out from by inductor. Out by the inductor. So the voltage across the inductor, current supply, the current is almost remains same because the inductor try to maintain the current as a constant. So the current remains same and the time duration is T off. So that the inductor's voltage is nothing, it is V naught minus Vs. The current is Is and time is T off. If this operation take place in a steady state condition, means the on off, then the energy taken by the inductor is equal to energy released by the inductor. In the on, inductor takes the energy, in off, inductor release the energy, in on, inductor takes the energy, in off, inductor release the energy. So there is a cycle. On off. And inductor takes, give the energy, and it maintain the equilibrium, steady state. So whatever available our current or voltage are, remains constant. The current maintain constant. So in a steady state, W in is equal to W out. So W in is Vs Is T on is equal to V naught minus Vs Is T off. Is and Is get cancelled out. T on Vs. So we want to find out the V output. So Vs go in that side. So Vs we are taking common. So it is T on, and this is Vs. So it is T off plus T off is equal to V output into T off. So V output is, so you can see here, V output is Vs upon T on plus T of AT, Vs into T divided by T off. And T off is nothing, Vs into T divided by T of A, T minus T on, that is not T off. So it is Vs divided by the T by T is 1 minus T on by T is T on by T is duty cycle done. So this is the value of the output. So it is stepped up. How we can say it is step up? If dial is 0.5 means half of the time the switch is off, half of the time switch is on. So the output voltage for the dial is 0.5. The Vs divided by 1 minus 0.5, that is 0.5. Vs upon 0.5, that is equals to 2 Vs. So the output is 2 Vs. If dial is 0.2, so 25, then the output voltage is Vs divided by 1 minus 0.25 at 0.75. So the output voltage is 4 by 3. 4 by 3 Vs. Definitely it is higher than that. If the dial is 0.75, so the output voltage is Vs divided by 0.25. So it is equal to 4 Vs. So definitely the output voltage is higher in all the condition. Output voltage is higher. If the dial is 1, then the output voltage becomes Vs divided by 0, which is infinite. And not possible. So dial never becomes 1. So what the dial can vary from 0.25 to 0.75. This is the limited condition for step up. So the voltage can be half, 1, 2, 4 times. Maximum the voltage possible is 4 times. Maximum possible voltage is 4 times. Maybe 5 times. But generally for the practical application, the output voltage of the choppers, the conventional choppers, the available market choppers, they can provide the 4 times of the input voltage. So this is the way we can explain. Step up chopper. The voltage can be stepped up. It is possible only in a choppers, in the DC. Otherwise, the conventional controlling mechanism cannot be increase the DC voltage. Only the chopper they can increase the voltage in the DC application. Now that a circuit that can do both the things, it can step up, it can step down. It depends upon as per our requirement. So we'll study that circuit also. That is known as step up down chopper. Step up down. That is known as step up and step down. Both the things can do simultaneously. So that is known as up down chopper, or it is known as buck boost chopper. Buck boost chopper. So it is step up down. Step up down chopper. So it can be step up, it can be step down. Both the things can be do in one circuit. One particular circuit can perform both the things. This is the switch, this is the inductor, and this is the load, and this is a diode which is connected in the reverse one. In the reverse switch. And this is the source voltage. Yes. So this is the circuit. This is the circuit. And that circuit can perform both the things. Here the voltage is Vs, V0. Here the voltage is Vs. So what happens, how it perform, how it will do. So in first step, first when switch CH1 is on, this is the CH1, chopper 1, it on, so the inductor takes the energy, this diode is the reverse biasing, and this load is disconnected. So it gains the energy because in the SCM, it gains the energy, inductor gains the energy because the inductor gets short circuited. So very high amount of the current is going to increase. When try to increase, the inductor absorbs the energy. So the inductor energy, input energy, takes the energy. That is Vs, Is and T ohm. That is energy take inside. Take in. Energy inside. Absorb. Absorb energy by the inductor. Okay. When it is off, this inductor try to maintain the current. So in the maintaining the current, it flow the current like this one, and this diode is on. So this is the direction of current. So in that process, the inductor try or supply the current. Inductor try or it supply the current. So this is the voltage plus minus. The voltage already this one, the negative of the Vs voltage. So the power out, the energy out is minus V naught Is and T off. And we know well, power input is equal to power output. Only the polarity is get reversed. Only the polarity. So Vs, Is, T on means the power input is equal to V naught Is, T off. Is and Is get cancel out if there is a steady state operation. Then after some cycle on, off, energy in, energy out, energy in, energy out, energy in, energy out, energy in, energy out. So after some of the cycle, in few milliseconds it happens, there is a steady state gains. Steady state cycle will reach. So input, output, input, output, input, output by the inductor is maintained in equal position. So a constant current will be set up through the inductor. Because the inductor current variation not allowed. So inductor currents are equal. So the output voltage is equals to minus, output voltage minus Vs T on upon T off. So divided by T and T. So the T on divided by T divided by minus T off is T minus T on divided by T into Vs. So it is equals to T on by T is del. 1 minus T on by T is 1 minus del into Vs. Negative means the polarity is reverse. The output voltage polarity the reverse directional current. So what happens? How can you say it is step up, step down both the voltages? We will say because when the dial is equal to 0.2, the output voltage is equals to, dial is 0.2 divided by 0.8, it is 0.2 divided by 0.8 into Vs. So it is equals to 1 by 4 Vs. So it is less the voltage. When dial is equal to 0.8, so output voltage is equals to 0.8 divided by 0.2 Vs, that is 4 Vs. So it is 4 times. So it is 1 by 4, it is 4. In this way we can say the voltage can be 1 by 4 or it may be 4. So it can be 1 by 4, it can be 4. So it can be step down, it can be step up, it depends upon the duty ratio, what the value of the duty ratio. What the on time or the off time. If the on time is more, if the off time is more, if the on time is more, then it is step down. If the off time is more, it is step up. So this is the way we can step up and step down the voltage. So this is the circuit which can perform both the things. The only the difference is it do means the output available voltage polarity or the current in the reverse direction. So there is one possible circuit we'll study later, that is Cock regulator. Cock, this is buck boost regulator. This is the buck boost. There is a Cock regulator also. In that regulator there are two circuits. So that one, the next one circuit alter the voltage, change the polarity of the voltage so that the polarity of the voltage in the output one also available, positive one. So in this lecture it is sufficient to introduce about the chopper, how the chopper work, how the choppers are classified, which kind of the switches are used in the chopper circuits, and how the chopper circuit perform step down operation, step up operation, and step up, step down operation. I am Sri Shram Ola teaching the electrical engineering student and the faculty from last 22 years. I have a lot of experience to teach or deal the engineering students for their different competitive examination, university examination, and their theoretical concepts and practical approaches. Definitely you will learn a lot from my lecture. Definitely you will share my videos to your friends. Discuss when you learn the things with your friends. Comment me if you face any of the difficulty, or if you enjoy also, then send me comment. We are enjoying a lot. We are learning a lot. So definitely I will enjoy the things well, and I also inspire to produce more and more video lectures for you and for help you to understand and learn the concept very well, to give the concept in very simple way, simple manners, to get understand, to become a good electrical engineers. I will help you. Thank you. Thanks a lot. So we'll enjoy together. Thanks.